What's up, guys? So I wasn't able to find any review videos before I bought this, and so this is going to be a little bit of a review video, just kind of my initial impressions. I'm not at all like a videographer or anything like that. There's not going to be any edited or fancy things here. Basically probably just be one take. I'll give you some facts. We'll unpack it. Hopefully when I unpack it in the video, I'll be able to do a little time-lapse kind of a thing, because it does take a minute to get set up. But let's just start out. This is the brand new Smittybilt GEN2 XL overlander tent. This is the XL. It's the bigger of the two tents. And so we'll just start off real quick with some dimensions for you guys. You can find all this information on 4-Wheel Parts website. That's where Smittybilt's website redirects you to anyway. So the open size of the tent is 122 inches wide. That's basically the fold when it's double width. 76 inches long. That would be front to back on the car, as you guys can see it there. And 51 inches high when it's unfolded. It says it sleeps 3 to 4 people. I'm guessing if you were small, you could probably fit 5 small people up there. It's pretty big. The bed size is listed as king, but it is actually kind of a weird dimensions that it has that are not exactly a king or a cow king. So it says the bed dimensions are 92.5 by 74. And then this, of course, I'm not going to go into like all the kinds of fabric and all that kind of stuff. It is the new design with the bigger aluminum poles. And to be fair, guys, this is the only rooftop tent I've ever owned. So I really have nothing to compare it with. I've never actually even been in one opened up before this one. So, take what I say about this thing with a grain of salt. I've never seen any other brands, any other kinds, other than in that form on somebody's roof. So it does come with the LED strip, this long extension for your cigarette lighter, so you can plug it into your car, have a USB, the LED light plugs into a USB adapter that they give you, and also they give you a real long USB extension cord, so you can plug your phone in and charge your phone, so long as you have this plugged into your car. So that being said, the tent is 151 pounds, I believe, as it sits on the roof empty. That's with no bedding, no nothing, just the roof and the rain fly, which I have the rain fly inside the tent. It's not on the tent. We're getting into summer here, so I'm not going to need that rain fly for a while. So the max load rating is 770 pounds. I've had a lot of people ask me, how much can it hold? I'm a big guy, and I slept in there with my wife and kid, no problems. And I've also had a lot of people ask me about kind of the weight on the roof of the car. Most cars that are big enough to have a footprint for a tent this large have no problem holding 150 pound weight capacity. When you read the weight capacity on the car, from what I understand, that is how much weight you can put up there and have the car in motion. It's not a static weight. So that being said, it's got the new redesigned cover, which I'll show you guys in a minute. I know the old Smittybilts, I watched a lot of videos, they had the Velcro all around the edge. People didn't like that. They said the Velcro stitching came apart quite often, and that over time the cover kind of fell apart. So this new cover has zipper all the way around. It has one zipper that goes around 3 sides. The other zipper just does one side, and basically the zipper on the one side, you can leave it zipped up and you can fold the cover off, and the cover hangs against the side of the car like some of the other tent brands do. If you wanted to take the cover off completely, you could undo that last zipper, fold it up, and put it in the back so it's not blocking your doors and things like that. So now the folded up size of the tent is, I can't find it right now. It's the 76 long by, I believe it was like 61 inches wide. No, 40. I think 49 inches wide is what it's supposed to be. and they say 11 inches high. Now I think that's a little bit taller than 11 inches. I haven't pulled out a tape measure on it, but I'll show you guys something regarding that right now. Let's get into this thing. So you'll notice here they kind of have the nice redesigned cover. This thing feels very high quality. It's got very thick edging around it, and you have the 4 straps, which I'm not sure, but I don't believe the old Smittybilt tent had that. So it has the 4 straps that go over the top of the cover, and then here in 2 of the corners, I have my tent set up to open here on the driver's side. So depending on which way you orient this tent, basically these corners are going to always go on the side that the tent folds out onto, where basically the hinges are here. And so what this is basically you have a Velcro here, and then if you look up underneath, you have this kind of a diamond, baseball diamond kind of a shape. And what this does is you pull one side and you pull another side. It has 2 of these, and that kind of tucks away and hides your zippers up out of the way. So and you have that on the both corners on the driver's side. So let's get this thing open here. So you just take these guys off, simple enough. There's 4 of them, and then you pull them down on this side. Now be careful with this because they do have little metal D-rings at the end, and they reach almost to the ground, but you could kind of slap the side of your car with them, potentially scratch the paint or bust a window if you're not careful. So I'm gonna pull these off and lean them down here, and then here's our other corner. So you just undo the Velcros like that, and then on mine here I've got it worked out pretty good. The zipper pull starts at the front of the car, which I'm still kind of learning my routine to open and close this tent. So I just push the zipper all the way to that side, and then I come around over here. The zipper is actually pretty smooth at the corners. You got to kind of work it around a little bit, but as you can see, it glides very freely. Of course, this tent is brand new. We'll see how it does after some time. So you zip it all the way off. So you can see on the bottom of the tent here, this is your zipper, and these guys here, the way that these are zipped on, this piece is, you can take this out. I'm not sure why you would, but maybe if you wanted the cover to hang on the other side, or you wanted it to zip starting at different places based on what was kind of accessible to reach in your vehicle, you could change that. Again, I don't know why you'd want the cover hanging off that side of the tent, because that's the side that opens and that the ladder comes down from. So that being said, we got I don't know what these little guys are. They're just like it has like a double layer of material here and here, and the same thing up here. So I guess just for those corners to kind of push into, it's just a little extra durability there. So we'll just lift the cover up like that, and then I can pull it this way. Trying to do all this one-handed, guys, of course, so bear with me. Okay, so there's the cover. So I obviously have it's more of a car than an SUV, and so it does kind of sit a little lower. So my cover does touch the floor if I leave it connected. Now you do have to watch this too. I noticed, remember I just told you guys these are removable, so you can see this is hanging out a little bit, and on this side I started to kind of pulled it out a little bit. So you're gonna have to watch that, because they do slide. It's part of the design is for this guy to be able to slide in there. So get that back in there. Okay, so now looking here at the hinges, so you can see here, well, you've got 2 straps, 2 front and 2 back, that hold the tent together outside of the cover. And then here you have your hinge. These are your 3 poles for holding up the roof of the tent. And then you've got this guy. This is a little lock, and when the tent's folded over, it engages on this screw and kind of creates a lock so that the tent can't fold upward. I have my veranda poles stored here, which I'll show you guys how that works in a minute and kind of what I think of that system. So now that this is like that, we can go around to the other side here and undo our straps. Now these front ones, where you really need the most compression, these are like a double strap. So you can see they have D-rings here and here. So you got one set and then another set Velcroed. So whereas these ones back here are just one, okay? So that's kind of to help you compress and squeeze the tent down. Again, I've got the same thing here, a double, and then there's a single over there. Now, this is the new ladder. I'm still kind of learning how to use it and how it works. From what I understand, a lot of the tent brands have gone with this type of ladder, and that it's a much better style longevity wise. It lasts a lot longer. So basically what I do is I pull out until one of these guys clicks, and then I'll lay it back over to the side you're going to pull the tent from. So now that it's here, I can lift, I can pull, and let me undo this last strap. Make sure you remember to undo the straps before you open the tent. And then, just like you've seen on every video of everybody who's ever done a rooftop tent review, you just kind of pull like this and coming up. Okay, so your tent is unfolded. At this point, first thing that you need to know that took me a while to figure out is that here in the middle, it's going to be